Rugby ATL, the runners-up of the 2021 season, just falling short of the MLR Championship Shield to the LA Guillotines. Won the Eastern Conference with 11-5 record, 57 points, defeating Rugby New York in the semifinals. A hell of a talented team. Bringing back a lot of that talent with this team. They've lost a few pieces, but I feel they haven't really taken a step back. We'll dive into this team, and you'll see all the offensive pieces that are coming back. Let's start, first of all, with Marco Jans van Rensburg. 30-year-old hooker scored 9 tries, led the team with tries scored. Very talented 30-year-old South African hooker, very aggressive, very strong, really a huge part of that front row for ATL. Johan Momsen re-signed, 26-year-old lock, scored 5 tries, was voted not only first team All-MLR for the lock position, but voted forward of the year last year in the MLR. Jason Dam has re-signed as well, 26-year-old flanker slash number 8. He's a back rower, scored 5 tries for Rugby ATL, was voted second team All MLR honors at the number 8 position. Ross Deacon, the 28-year-old number 8, scored 8 tries for ATL, second on the team. Robbie Petzer coming back for the second year of his contract with ATL, 26-year-old fly half center. The South African scored 43 points for Rugby ATL with a pretty impressive 67% kick rate conversion. Played mostly backup for Adrian Carlisi, but now with Carlisi going over to the Dallas Jackals, obviously Robbie Petzer will play a much bigger part of the team. Kirk Coleman is coming back to the team, 31-year-old fly half. Suffered some injuries during the 2021 season, but still was able to score 23 points for the team. And then Jeremy the Missile, Misaile Galu, 27-year-old winger center, scored 3 tries. Just a lot of fun to watch on the pitch. Has some sevens experience, and you can tell because he's super, super fast. Coming back as well. New members added to the group, Will Leonard and Evan Mintern, both of them coming over from Rugby New York. Will Leonard is a 26-year-old center, scored 3 tries for Rooney, while Evan Mintern is a young 25-year-old flanker, number 8 back rower who can add some depth to Rooney. Now, of course, Rugby ATL did lose some pieces. Mark O'Keefe, one of their top scorers, wing position, scored 7 tries. Chance Wengluski, very talented young prop. And then Adrian Carlisi, the scrum half, going off to the Dallas Jackals. But again, you look at this team on paper, and even though we're not talking a lot about them, it's because there's not really much to say except that they're still really, really good. Now, are they better than Rooney? Because I feel Rooney might have taken a step further than Rugby ATL, but we'll see. We'll talk about that when I have my last video where I'm doing my way too early predictions of where all the teams wind up. But I wouldn't be surprised if ATL makes another run at the Eastern Conference and makes another appearance, back-to-back appearances in the Conference Championship. ATL will definitely be a very, very dangerous team, one of the elite class teams in 2022. A quick update. This is the detriment of doing videos about any sports league. Everything is fluid. Things change practically on the daily. And a big change has been in the development that will affect the upcoming 2022 season for Rugby ATL. And that is the announcement that they are parting ways with their head coach, Scott Lawrence. This, I feel, is a huge loss for Rugby ATL. Scott Lawrence is a former assistant coach for the men's national rugby team, the Eagles. He was also a head coach for Life University, led them to a Division 1A championship. He also, when he was with the Eagles, he was head of player development. Very well respected in the world of American rugby, with a very good eye for talent. He's also a former rugby player himself, a former member of the Eagles, the U.S. national team. I feel he is a huge reason for the success of Rugby ATL last year. He practically built the team that is what it is now, the team that made it to the championship game last year. Many teams have lost their coaches or moved on from their coaches in the league, but I feel this one in particular will be huge. And it's a loss. I don't feel Rugby ATL I feel Rugby ATL will struggle a lot with, and I feel also too because they're dealing with such a very close race. I feel that it's a three-team race in the Eastern Conference, and this is going to be all explained when I do my way too early predictions on how all the teams will end in the 2022 season. It's a three-team race in the Eastern Conference between Rugby ATL, Rugby United New York, and the New England Free Jacks. And I feel that this loss really kind of drops ATL out of that three-team race. Again, they can bounce back, but again, I feel the loss of a huge coach like Scott Lawrence is going to be something really, really hard to come back from, especially with just the season starting in just a week or so. They haven't made an announcement of who the new head coach is. Obviously, that might change things, but I feel it's going to be a huge hill to overcome for Rugby ATL. There are rumors that Scott Lawrence will be coaching possibly another team in Major League Rugby that doesn't have a head coach right now, but right now everything is still, like I said, fluid and in development. When that news break, stick to Rugby 411, and we will talk about that as well. And again, good luck to Coach Scott Lawrence, and good luck to Rugby ATL.